Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Flemsize, and today we are taking on the first stage of the movie edition Redzone, and we are going to be going in with the Wicked Bloodline team, simply because, I don't know, I wanted to use them. I never get to use them in these videos, so I said, you know what, we're just gonna we're gonna use it. As you can see also, the STR cooler that I talked about in, I think, a video or two ago, that I pulled him from the Golden Week banners, so we're going to be throwing him in there just because this is what my optimal team for this, sort of villain team is anyway. So, also, we're clearly doing no items or anything like that, so let's jump in, boys. Alright, little schmexy cooler intro there. And look at that, we already got our coolers next to each other. Okay, cool. One thing I do like about the STR cooler, the TUR, right? Like the baby LR, is that he links so well. He gets what, like 6 out of 7 links? It's ridiculous. It's so good. So on global, I had this LR cooler at 55%, and he was still going bananas. Now, obviously, I have him much stronger than that. I got him at 90% now. But that cooler is so strong. He's so good once he's finally done all of his attacks and everything. And he can just do stuff like this. He can just super. So I do miss using him because he was just, he was fun to use. And even now, he's still very good. And it's not like he's fallen off or anything. It's just that his team, or at least for me, his team is not up to snuff yet, right? Like, this is, for the most part, this is pretty optimal as far as what I would run on, like, global, because I have most of the Wicked Bloodline characters either rainbow or at least with dupes and stuff, right? So that they're more defensive. Especially the Golden Friezas, because I still think that they're some of the best tanks in the game. That's why this team is still somewhat viable today, because Cooler himself, he can, once he's done a bunch of supers and everything, and he's gotten all the way, like, built up, and then once he supers after that, you keep him in slot 2 and 3, he can, depending upon RNG, My fault. I completely forgot about that intro. I was just rambling. Anyway, it's obviously dependent upon RNG as to whether or not Cooler will actually survive and tank some of these supers or, stuff like that. But, normals, he's pretty covered. No matter how many times he supers, he can super probably like 1 or 2 times and he'll be fine as far as normals go. Especially if he has type disadvantage, or excuse me, the type advantage. My fault. But yeah, like, I love this team and I miss using it. It's just, I'm not gonna try to bring them over, a team where I've got, like over half of them rainbowed and they're the best units in the game. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not. That's why all my videos are pretty much either Gamma 1, Gamma 2, the fusions, on Piccolo's team. Even though Piccolo's only at 55%, everybody else has dupes. 2 minimum on just basically everybody else on the team. And then, we've got the Vegeta and Trunks team, which over half of that team is rainbowed. So yeah, I basically save those teams since they are pretty much the best teams that I have for the more difficult fights. And as we all know, or should know, they dominate just about every fight in the game, and my channel is somewhat evidence of that, because we're going through all of the red zones, right? It's not only content for me, but it's also showing, hey, it's not just the last stages that they're good at every single one, And obviously on the easier stages, like this one, I don't really have to, I don't really have to put my best team, my best foot forward or anything like that. But, yeah, that's all in all why we're using this team in particular. And also, I have an opportunity to use this Golden Frieza, which is also really good, in my opinion, as well. So he's like, obviously, the LR version of the other Golden Friezas. But in my opinion, he's just offensively better, but he's not a better tank. Because that slowly diminishes and all of that. So, no, no. If we're talking tanks and stuff, it's the TURs that are just second to none. They are hands down, I think, in my opinion, are like some of the best tanks in the game. Period. Like, they're just ridiculous. They eat supers from just about anything and everything with no problem. Type disadvantage or not, like, even if they are type disadvantaged, like, for example, like, if this guy was a huge, like, big mega boss, right, which he's not, but if he was, I wouldn't even really be scared for, Tech Frieza there, or even this AGL one. I wouldn't be. I'd just be like, if we eat some damage, then okay, but we're not gonna die. You're not killing those Friezas unless, we're below the HP thresholds for them. So, that's just where they're at. They're just that good. But I will say you can get a little stomped on if you fall below that HP threshold, and then, well, you basically die. It's either he dies that turn before they get supered or anything, or attacked, period, or you die. So, it is what it is. But it looks like we're going to be coming up to the conclusion of this red zone fight. It's real simple, real easy, nothing too difficult. So real quick run with our Wicked Bloodline team here. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.